Back to domestic action this weekend, Stevie. Nicol, your old team, Liverpool. What a match they have. A trip to Manchester City. I suppose all the talk prior to this game, until we know if Erling Haaland is fit or not, is the injury that he's sustained that kept him out of international duty. Liverpool fans hoping he won't be fit. City fans desperately hoping he will be.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? If you're a Liverpool fan, you don't want arguably the best striker on the planet, certainly the top scorer, playing against you. And it's just, well, it would ease the pressure a little bit if Mr. Haaland didn't play. But let's be quite frank, regardless of whether he does or he doesn't, Man City are absolutely huge favourites to win this game. You know, everybody's talking about how Liverpool did against Manchester United. Well, the truth is, Man City are not going to capitulate the way that Manchester United did. That's for sure. And yes, obviously, if Haaland's not playing, great news. But at the same time, this is a big test for Liverpool.
In a way, is it quite a good game for Liverpool, given the way that they can counter attack and hit on the break? Is it a good game for Liverpool in that aspect? And does it also potentially mean lots of goals at either end?
Mm. Well, it's a strange one because right now you're not sure whether Liverpool's going to beat the team at the bottom of the league or the team at the top of the league. And so to try and figure out whether it's a good game to have or not is a tough one. The fact is that, you're scared when you look at City, from Liverpool's point of view, you're scared of what City can do to you. This is a team that when they get hot can score in bunches, regardless of the opposition. And right now, Liverpool are capable of giving goals away in bunches. You only have to look at Real Madrid. 2-0 up Liverpool, coasting, and it was at Anfield. And just some great football, some good finishing. And we all know how that ended up. And so to go away to City and hope to do that and get a couple of goals and not let any in is not really something that Liverpool fans right now are thinking that Liverpool are capable of. So I would suggest that the last piece of your statement there about goals at either end, I think we're more than likely to see plenty of goals in this game, which
Yeah,
if you're a neutral is fantastic,
yeah.
but not particularly if you're a Liverpool fan.
In fairness to your old team, they've been better defensively of late. This is a different ask, though, isn't it?
Yeah, the it's pressure. Liverpool so far this season defensively, when they've been put under pressure, just haven't had any answers for anybody, regardless of the opposition. So if City are going to be pressuring Liverpool, which I expect City to have
Mhm.
more of the ball, which again would probably suit Liverpool. The pace they have on the counter is frightening. So yeah, City's going to have a lot of the ball, which means the middle of the park and the back line are going to have to be at the very best to keep them out. But as I said, that's a little bit of a worry. It's not something Liverpool have done very well, very consistently. Are they capable? Yes, but they've lacked consistency in those two departments. And again, it's a toss of a coin which Liverpool we're going to see defensively against Manchester City.
These two teams have gone head to head for the title in recent years. That isn't the case this time. How would you assess this Manchester City side compared with the ones that went head to head with Liverpool for the title in recent years?
I think there's no question they're not quite as smooth. They're not quite as silky. They're not quite as dominant. I mean, some would argue that possession-wise they are, but in possession, the way they used to slice you apart just very quickly, just waiting for a little drop in the defence. I don't think they're that sharp going forward as their best City sides. At the same time, they're sitting second in the Premier League. They do have a chance of winning the title. And right now, the team they're up against hasn't been particularly good when it's come to keeping opposition attacks out. So, those two things again, we keep kind of going back to the same thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool's defence. And for me, this really is going to be the deciding factor in this game, whether Liverpool survive. Because if Liverpool defend the way we know they can't, shall I say, put it that way, then this could be cover your eyes time. So it really is for me about how Liverpool defend, because if they don't defend properly, they're in big trouble.
Similar question about Mohamed Salah. How would you compare how he's playing this season with how he played when Liverpool and City were going head-to-head for the title?
Well, again, I think it's very difficult to try and analyse, because the fact is that Liverpool don't have the ball as much. He's not had the ball as much. He's picking the ball up in areas, I would say, further from the goal than when Liverpool were at their best. So it's very difficult to try and judge from a personal point of view what he's or where he is, because even at his best and at Liverpool's best, he's a player that will lose the ball from nowhere. You know, a guy who sometimes his touch wouldn't quite be right, but in the next breath, he's sticking the ball in the top corner from the edge of the box. So it's very difficult to judge his own form particularly. Yes, clearly from the stats point of view, he's not scored as many goals, but I think Salah is still Salah. And if Liverpool can just get him the ball on a more regular basis during any game, then he'll produce. He's shown that in the past, and right now, I think he can still do that.
Short-term and long-term fixtures for Liverpool: City away, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home. Then they've got a kind run of fixtures between after that and the end of the season. But for those three, this weekend against City away, Chelsea away, and Arsenal at home, what's a reasonable number of points from those three games for Liverpool, do you think?
Wow. Three draws. 3 draws would be acceptable, considering the opposition, considering 2 of them are away from home, considering how Liverpool are playing, considering how Liverpool are defending. You know, there are so many factors that make you hold your breath and think, wow, this is going to be tough. At the same time, there would also be the thought that, you know, is it better to play City, Chelsea, Arsenal than Bournemouth, Leeds and Brighton? You know, because the one thing you know is they're going to be up for it, and they're going to have to be up for it. So there are so many ways you can look at this, but the one staring in the face is that they could turn a corner. It could also be a disaster. It's kind of in the lap of the football gods right now before the ball's kicked.
Yeah, they never seem to listen when I shout at them from my team. I don't know if they listened to you, the football gods, when you shouted to your team. Final question here. City, favourites at home, super at the Etihad against the Liverpool side that if Liverpool win and Arsenal win this weekend, is the title race over?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.